Stream time, stream time, stream time. Hello, Graham. How you doing? Oh, hello, Tiff. How are you?
Mmm. Good smell. Flavor.
Right off the bat. Yeepy. You had a big day at work? One sec, sorry. Sorry. I shall be with you shortly. Brain is doing brain things right now. Alright, I'm here now. You both had big days at work. Oh, look, everyone's here. Okay. Into this we go. Ah, Oshato. You're looking well. I take it you managed to squeeze in some rest? If you came hoping for tidings from Kryl, I'm afraid we're still waiting, but we do have some old scraps of news to share. Scraps, she says. Lunar primals have been popping up all over the place, but the Alliance has the situation well in hand, thanks in no small part to Hoary Boulder and the others. Meanwhile, talks with the Beast Tribes are going even better than expected, encouraged by Uldar's progress with the Amalja. Gridania has opened negotiation with the Ixal, believe it or not. All of which is obviously very encouraging, but with the Telophoroi still out there, it's not as if we can afford to lower our guard. begging your pardon, but I come bearing an invitation from the Alliance. A council meeting is due to be held in Alamigo, and your attendance is humbly requested. We were just talking about the Alliance. May I ask what's on the agenda? I believe the intention is to share news of recent developments, and discuss what measures might be taken to combat the Telophoroi. In concert with our new allies, the Beast Tribe has also been invited. It is hoped they will join us in the fight against our common foe. So the Alliance would bring all the Beast Tribes into the fold in a single stroke. An ambitious plan, given the delicacy of the negotiations, but mayhap an expedient one, considering the threat we face. Indeed, my lady. And for their part, I am told the Beast Tribes have agreed to attend. If the Scions too are present, all of Eorzea will be represented. To arrange such a meeting must have been quite an undertaking, not only diplomatically, but practically. Pray inform the Alliance that would be honored to participate. We shall beg for Alamigo without delay. Then I will bear your answer thither with all haste. We look forward to receiving you at the Royal Palace. Well, now that we've accepted the invitation, who exactly is going to attend? I move that you and Yustola lead our contingent. Given how long you have worked to end summoning, it is only right that you be present for what promises to be a historic moment. I think we've all played our part in that little endeavor, don't you, Oshato? All presently may rightly claim a seat. I do quite agree. But by your leave, I believe I shall remain here and lend what assistance I can to the coordination of our defensive efforts. I do like the fact that Urianger has become more of like a front and center character, whereas like previously he tended to spend most of his time like in the background doing like research shit. I'm not coming either. Emmerich will be there, and I'd rather not be interrogated. Very well then. While those with a mind to come, to hold the fort, get on with holding it. I suggest the rest of us make for Alamigo, shall we? Alright, who's in attendance? Literally everyone except those couple of people. We have been expecting you. While some few guests have yet to arrive, the Alliance leaders are all present. Shall I show you in? I was expecting that to pop up with the fucking, like, several cutscenes will play in sequence. The sylphs. Everyone's here.
Esteemed guests, you honor us with your presence. As there is much to discuss, let us begin.
Information on our taken brethren you have, yes? Hear it we would! beyond forgiveness these featherless ones are! With rivers of blood shall they pay. Freed our people must be!
We too would see your kin liberated. But ere we attempt their rescue, we must first find a means to negate the risk of tempering. Without that, we will be unable even to approach the towers, let alone contend with their defenders.
Hello, Materia.
If all
How are
else
you doing?
fails, I've always found cannonballs quite effective.
And what of the prisoners? Would you see them slaughtered?
Think for a moment. Ponder, consider, think. If Merlwyb truly intended to bombard the towers, she would have done so by now. Remember, we came here to find a solution together, did we not?
Y'Stola spoke of defenders. I but offered a means to clear a path, should you require it.
Given the enemy's capabilities, we will all need to play our part if we are to have any chance of success. For if any here should give less than their best, it will be to the cost of every living being on this star.
A paragon, the Empire, our very gods. How can we hope to prevail against such odds?
That our foe is formidable, none would deny. But our strengths are many and varied. In this chamber, I see masters of strategy, masters of magic, masters of the land, the air, and the sea. And together, there is nothing in creation we cannot overcome.
Fucking Scion's taking up one whole half of the table.
I beg your pardon?
What is it, Soul Walker? Do not express your passion thus. A little quickly will outdo this, perhaps. Suffice it to say, I am proud to be counted amongst Eorzea's finest. We Sahagin will play our part.
It was a war cry. I love
We
it.
kobolds have not forgotten the crimes the Overdwellers committed against us in the past. But today we look to the future, as allies united in purpose.
Make mock of the Ixal the Paragon does! Turns kin into puppets! Pits brother against brother! Free them from his grasp, we shall!
As Patriarch Zadar will attest, the Scions have granted us a means to free your brethren from their thraldom. This boon we will gladly share, that your people might never be enslaved again.
We accept! We accept!
Praise me!
Just pretty cool, actually. Like, honestly.
It's taken a while, but I do believe we might be one step closer to a world without primals. Would that Minfilia were here to see it.
We still have a long way to go, and we're going to need a lot more Porksies. But we're moving in the right direction.
So many Porksies.
If I may have your attention, there is one other point I would like to raise. As we can all agree, freeing those held captive must take precedence over every other concern. But experience has taught us that none save those with the capacity to resist tempering can hope to enter the towers unscathed. And even once inside, a still greater threat may yet await them, that which we call a primal. Needless to say, if we are to succeed, engaging with such foes can only ever be considered a last resort. And so I move that we seek to prevent them from being summoned in the first place.
Yes! Both prayer and ether are needed for the ritual. Should either one be denied, the summoning would fail.
This is really what I...
Indeed. And so we must endeavor to discover the source of the ether on which the process depends. Do so, and it may present a way to halt the summonings, or perhaps even neutralize the towers entirely.
That's really not how I thought the kobolds would sound. Also, can a primal be summoned more than once at the same time? You know, like if a group of kobolds over here go, "Come help us, Titan," and then a group of kobolds like somewhere else do the same thing. Can there be two Titans at once? Because it's not actually like Titan, it's a manifestation of Titan. So can more than one of them exist at a time?
A promising proposal. While you are conducting your investigations, however, we will need to remain vigilant, lest the Telophoroi commit further abductions and summon primals ere we have the means to prevent them. To stand a better chance of keeping our enemy at bay, we would do well to coordinate our defensive efforts, sending reinforcements to assist our neighbors when needed.
We, Amalja, would have been overwhelmed were it not for our newfound allies. But say the word, and we shall come.
I see we are all in accord. But what are we to call this proud fellowship of ours? I submit that the honor of naming it should go to the scion whose brave efforts have done so much to unite Eorzea. What say you, my friend?
Stop trying to flirt with me, Emmerich. So, like, if, you know, Kobold Group A summons Titan, and then Kobold Group B tries to summon Titan, does it just fail, or does it teleport the first Titan over to where the second ritual took place? Oh, God. I mean, it's probably just going to be called the Grand Company of Eorzea, but I find that to be very uninspired, so I'm going to select the second option. Call it... one moment, please.
Might I suggest the Grand Company of Eorzea? I remember a certain someone pondering it once upon a time, and it seems as fitting a name as any.
Lame. It's a very uninspired name.
A fine choice. For there is none here who does not love Eorzea.
Aye, in that we shall ever be united.
I mean, it's alright.
United in our gratitude for the realm that gave us life.
Then let it be recorded that on this day, the Grand Company of Eorzea was born.
And then we got Hien over here, whose domain is 100% not in Eorzea. Like, not even slightly. He's just like, I'm just happy to be here. I'm not from Eorzea. Like, half the Scions aren't from Eorzea either, they're from Sharlayan, but Eorzea is their home. Hien, very much, Eorzea is not his home.
How long have we dreamed of this moment? And now that it's here, Oh, forgive me. Might we speak outside?
Does he need a hug? Does Alphino need a hug or something? Oh, everyone's here. Well now that we have out of earshot of the other delegates, I hope you will forgive me if I speak my mind. Let me begin by saying that I have dreamed of this day since the moment I first set foot upon these shores, and that I was as heartened as anyone to see the people of Eorzea pledge their solidarity. Yet, even as they uttered their declarations, all I could think about was the conflict to come, of the sacrifices that would be made and the lives lost, inevitabilities that I still struggle to accept. But at least now there is hope. The formation of the Grand Company of Eorzea is the first step. The first of many. Many and more. Elder Seats here. How might we be of service? I seek Master Alphino's assistance in a matter involving Gridania's neighbors, the Sylphs. It's such like that head tilt that all the characters do when they're question things. It's such an unnatural movement when you think about it. It's like, what are you doing with your head? That's not a questioning head tilt. That looks like you're trying to crack your neck. I know that you and yours have long kept a weather eye on the crystal trade. The better predict the coming of primals, so you will be familiar with the Sylphs of the Ash Crown Consortium. Through their dealings, they have cultivated relations not only with the city-states, but many other communities besides. Communities such as the Beast Tribes. Just so, it is our hope that we may make use of the Sylphs' established lines of communication to coordinate the efforts of our new fellowship. Yet there remains a certain practical difference between a trade consortium and a grand company. If the Sylphs are to perform their task effectively, they will require the counsel of one versed in operational aspects of an armed force. An armed force founded with the selfsame goal in mind, no less. The Crystal Braves, yes. Forgive me, Master Alphino. I know that it was a painful chapter in your life, but the experience may yet be made to serve the realm. In my hubris, I plotted a course for the Crystal Braves which stretched far beyond the Order's initial conception. One intended to pave the way for the founding of what I intended to call the Grand Company of Eorzea. But my plans all came to naught. Built upon a frail foundation of lofty ideals, the Order was doomed from the first to collapse under the weight of more worldly interests. I have no wish to see this new endeavor suffer the same fate. Mayhap I ask too much of you? Not at all. You may count on my assistance. For what little it is worth, by your leave, I shall prepare a report, including a list of recommendations drawing on the lessons I learnt from the failures of the Crystal Braves. You have my gratitude, Master Alphino, and my trust. When your report is ready, pray share it directly with the Sylphs. With your guidance and the earnest efforts of every goodly soul gathered here this day, I have no doubt but that our fellowship shall emerge from the shadow of the Telophoroi and flourish. Until we next meet, my friends. I'm like, fuck, everything's gonna come crashing down so hard. They're setting up too much good shit right now. Like, everything's going too well right now. I know there's the looming thing of the Telophoroi, but there's no, subterfuge going on right now. And that's, they can't have that. They can't have a normal fucking, functioning organization. That just wouldn't be. Before committing anything to writing, there are a number of people whose thoughts I should like to hear. Former Braves, you understand? Might you join me in seeking them out? I can't think of an excuse not to, so yes. I'm the good Boy Scout. I'll come help. Thank you. As someone who witnessed the Order's rise and fall, yours would be a reassuring presence. I'll join you if you're planning on canvassing the opinions of your former comrades. It'll be a lot quicker if we share the task of questioning them. Then mayhap Graha can lend a hand as well. I shall accompany Thancred back to the Rising Stones. Between us, I dare say we should be able to provide an accurate enough account of the day's events. It's just an excuse to give Graha something to do. We shall be glad of your company, Graha. I shall explain the details on the way. Yeah, but why am I talking to Eorzea, not Alphino? I like the color coordination this person has. Are they a samurai? Yes, samurai. Can I punt him? If he doesn't answer any questions, I'll kick him really fucking hard. So what's the plan, brother mine? Before discussing the task at hand, I shall probably admit that the report I proposed is largely written. Not long after that fateful day in Uldar, I penned a detailed account of the organization's history, from the events that led to its inception to the failing that brought about its demise. Thus, this I did primarily as a means of taking some semblance of responsibility. Never did I imagine that it might later be referred by those seeking to form a similar organization. Sorry, ADHD. ADHD's going hard right now. I'm putting water on a coin. I got distracted. And while I made every attempt to be objective, the account of mine was alone. Its events viewed from my singular perspective. For it to be of use, however, it must be broadened to encompass the viewpoints of all involved. Only then can it answer what seems to me to be the crucial question, namely, why, after the Crystal Braves disbanded, did some members choose to remain with us while others did not? I see. You think the answer will tell us something about the nature of the ties that bind our new Grand Company together? And that this knowledge might help us prevent it from falling apart when those bonds are inevitably tested. That is my hope, yes. But the questions I would ask are uncomfortable to some. As the former commander of the Crystal Braves, I doubt that those who abandoned the cause would welcome my inquiries. Then Graha and I will just have to try. Meanwhile, the two of you can talk to the ones who kept faith. A fine suggestion. Have care. However, certain of my former comrades are of questionable character, so keep your wits about you, and let us reconvene in Gridania later on. If you have no objections, I have a mind to begin speaking with Riol and Alian. If memory serves, the two of them will be attending an intelligence briefing at Castrum Oriens. Let us seek them out there. Castrum Oriens is the one in the middle of Alamigo? No, it's the one at the edge of Alamigo. Well, the one at the edge of Gir Abania. hello, honeybee. What savage are you doing? And what is brutal about it? .101 mechanic? Huh. Well, look who it is, and what brings you two here. Wouldn't have anything to do with the big meeting, would it? I gotta try some Savage content at some point. In a manner of speaking, I have been assigned a task, you see, for which I require the assistance of former members of the Crystal Braves. So, you want to know why we decided to stick with the Scions, eh? It's an easy thing to put into words, that. As Rior will attest, I spent a long time agonizing over my failure to alert you to the traitors in our midst. For my negligence, I was captured along with many others, and we...
Such devastation!
Hello, Reggie! How you doing? How's your day going? For my negligence, I was captured along with many others, and we were powerless to prevent the tragedies that ensued. Ooh, not a day goes by that I do not think back to those fateful events. By joining the Scions, I hope to redeem myself, and I will continue to serve the cause for as long as I am able. But that wasn't my only reason. When we were finally reunited at the Rising Stones, you refused to blame anyone but yourself for the fall of the Crystal Braves. And in spite of everything that had happened, everything you had suffered, you took us back without a moment's hesitation. We would not have blamed you had you turned us away, but when you gave us your trust instead, what else could we do but try to repay it? What you gonna go to? What you going to? The German territory? Is that like? Do you mean like the German part of your country, or are you going to Germany? Gamescom. I have no idea what that is. I can infer what that is, but it is not something I'm familiar with. Nothing, that's what. As for me own tale, well, I always felt the Scions have something in common with me old crew. The duty of the strong is to protect the weak. That was our creed, and I still strive to live by it to this day. But as time's gone on, I've learnt that strength comes in many shapes and sizes, from Hoary Boulder to Mistress Tataru. All of us got something to offer. And not one of us is doing it for personal gain, because we believe there's more important things than that. Things worth protecting. Which is what's being a Scion is all about. I'm at a loss for words. Thank you, my friends. To hear this from you means more than you know. Forgive me, Oshato, could you? Well, its founding ideals were something to be proud of, but ideals alone don't make a crew. For every swab who signed up with good intentions, there was another who was only in it for the coin, the glory, or both. Ours was quite a disparate band, And while I will never forgive Ilberd, the fact that we managed to function at all was a thanks in large part to his efforts. Just a pity he was doing it all for the wrong reasons, eh? Only takes one bad apple, they say. And the Braves had a barrel full of them, not like the Scions. We might look like a ragtag band of misfits, but deep down we've all got what shared sense of purpose. And why? Because Tataru sifted out all the glory hunters before they made it through the door. Let's see. So while our ranks comprise of a diverse range of people, each with their own individual strength, we are all united in purpose. Thank you, my friends. With your permission, I shall make a record of our discussion and refer to it when drafting my recommendations. Until we meet again. Food! I have to pick food this time. Materia wants to go to Gamescom too. I mean, I'd be down to go to something like that, but it's a little bit out of my way, so just a slight expense. I couldn't legitimately. I almost could not go further away. Almost. I think the direct antipose? Is that the word? Antipose? The thing that's on the direct other side of the globe to New Zealand, I think, is Spain, which is pretty close. There's just France in the way, I think. Well, I think we've taken up enough of our colleagues' time. And I'm conscious that less life-affirming testimonies await. Let us make our way to Gridania and hear what the others have learned. Yeah, just swim. It'll take me, maybe 20 minutes. Not too long. It's the biggest one in the world? Damn. I guess E3 is not a thing anymore. I think that was the biggest one before, wasn't it? I miss E3. Always had the best reveals. Thanks to Tataro's ever dependable intelligence, we managed to track down a handful of former Braves without any great difficulty. Some were forthright, others less so, but we heard enough to form a picture. I must warn you, Alphino, some of their comments were harsh. I can well imagine, but their opinions are no less vital to my report. I seek the unvarnished truth. Thank you. I will set about adding your findings to my own at once. In the meantime, pray go on ahead to Little Solace and seek out FFXIV. I will join you anon. Oh, I'm also going. Welcome, Brave One, and friends of Brave One. How good it is to see walking once again, so soon after the meeting. Should this one perform the customary dance of greeting? No, be at ease. It is true that these ones delighted in making walking ones dance, but no more. Horned one Kani Sena said that walking ones would be coming to Little Solace. Imperial ones also invaded Sylphlands and abducted many of these ones. So these ones will be glad to bear messages between fighting friendly ones. This is heartening to hear, Elder. It will require all ones to work in unison to stop the Telophoroi. These ones will try very hard, of course, but in matters of war, these ones have little experience. Any advice walking ones can provide would be most welcome. Any mount music, or just that one? That one is really harsh. The one that I always get, like, jump scared by isn't a mount music. It's going into the Raktika Great Woods. Like, going into, say, like, Slitherburrow. And then, like, getting on a mount, flying into the Raktika Great Woods, and then getting off my mount, and then just immediately hearing, Lahi! I always get jump scared by that. These ones will try very hard. I read that already. Oh, another pretty silver-haired one. And in quite a hurry, it seems. Alize, you must come quickly. Whatever's the matter, Alphino? Don't tell me you couldn't read my handwriting. No. A twin adder officer accosted me as I was about to set out. Sharlayan has sent an envoy, who is due to arrive in Gridania at any moment. An envoy? Could it be that Kryl has managed to sway the Forum? We shall know soon enough, but there is more. The envoy has requested that the two of us attend the audience with the Elder Seedseer. Really? I can see why they might want the Scions to be present, but us specifically? Wait, it isn't who I think it is. It's your fucking father, isn't it? Ugh. It is. Yeah, I remember they were talking about their father being a member of the Forum. I could scarce believe it myself, but when I inquired as to the envoy's identity, I was told that it was one... Fortuno? Forchanel? Okay, so that's Alpha No. But the LT isn't silent, is it? I don't speak French. Does anyone speak French? How the fuck do I say that? My brain really is not wired for French. Half the people in my chat are European. None of you are French. Fortuno? But if it was Fortuno, wouldn't it be N-A-U-D? Because Alphano. N-A-U-D. Fortunaut. The T is... So the T is pronounced. French is weird. My brain does not... I'm somewhat good with languages, but French isn't real. It can't hurt me. It hurts me every time I go to fucking Ishgard. Okay, because like vowel T, I think is silent. The T is silent, or is it just ET? Does the L makes the T? The L would make the T voiced, I guess. Fortunaut. Fortunaut? Levier. Fortunaut. Fortunaut sounds maybe right. I'm sure he'll have some spoken dialogue when like someone will say his name in spoken dialogue at some point soon. Don't you try and confuse me, honeybee. I know that's not how you say Levier. I know it's not Levanor. I know that one. Don't you try and make my brain hurt. Your father? Well now, the fact that a serving member of the Forum had journeyed here would be surprise enough, but him? Quite. I glean from this that they are taking the matter seriously. That may be, but why him, and not one of the other 98 Forum members? Unless he volunteered for it. Papa no. It has been some time since you last saw your father, has it not? Could it be that he is concerned for your well-being? Perhaps. But he has always been reluctant to discuss his work with us. Maybe he heard you were like fucking out cold and dying. Indeed, and whenever we write to our parents, it is invariably our mother who replies. Oh, so both your parents are still alive. Nevertheless, I welcome the opportunity to meet with him after so long, even if it is secondary to his true purpose here. Okay, it sounds like they have a reasonably healthy relationship with their father, at least. Elder Frixio, loath am I to cut our visit short. We must return to Gridania. Pray accept my apologies, along with my report. Never mind, there will be time to talk later. This one won't keep walking ones from more urgent matters. Go. The audience will be held at the Lotus Stand, where the Elder Seedseer awaits even now. Let us be on our way. Why Gridania specifically? Is it because it's central? Because, like, if you come from this is Shalia, right? So if you come from here, like, and you weren't going to Kurthis, yeah? Lanosia seems like still would be the best thing, but I don't know. There must be a reason why it's Gridania, other than we were already here doing things in Gridania. So they decided to make it Gridania. Maybe Papano is a conjurer. Welcome, Warrior of Light. The Elder Seedseer and your friends are waiting within. Okay, I'm gonna have to listen really carefully on if anyone says his name. I want to get a good look at him first, though. Is he here, or has he not made his entrance? He has not made his entrance. My friends, I thank you for all coming. I thank you all for coming so swiftly. Words of Master blah 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 visit took us quite by surprise. When the Alliance granted Mistress Kyle's permission to request Sharlayan's aid, we did not anticipate so prompt a reply, much less that it would be delivered by a member of the Forum. What the nature of that reply may be, we shall soon discover. Alright, I'm assuming we're getting voice acting here. This seems like an important scene to not be voice acted. Oh look, he has low poly designs on his... low resolution designs on his cloak.
Elder Seedseer, I thank you for granting me this audience.
Okay.
I am Fortuno Levea.
Fortuno,
Here
okay.
in my capacity as representative of the Forum.
Okay, so the L and the T are silent. Then what is the point of it instead of the D in Alphino? Maybe I'll ask my cousin. She speaks French. I think that's the purpose of the entire French language. My cousin lived in France for a couple of years. She's pretty fluent, I think. Okay.
It is I who should thank you, Master Fortuno, for journeying so far and so swiftly. Would that our first meeting could have been under happier circumstances.
It has been too long, Father. You look well.
As do you both. Ameliance will be glad to hear that you are taking care of yourselves.
How is Mother?
She misses you terribly, of course, but is otherwise a picture of health.
He has a pretty cool coat, actually.
Circumstances apart, I'm grateful that our meeting has afforded me the chance to be reunited with my children at long last. And I believe I also owe you thanks for the hospitality you showed my father, Louisois, during his sojourn in Eorzea.
All thanks we owe to him. In the days prior to the 7th Umbral Calamity, it was your father's tireless efforts which granted us a means to vanquish the Primals. Were it not for him, our strength would have been quite spent by the time the Empire arrived. That Gridania still stands is in large part his achievement. He was a great man.
I have a sidebar here. The placement of Louisois' Archon mark indicates that he didn't become an Archon until he was quite old, because he must have already had a heavy receding hairline by the time he got his mark, based on the placement of it. Or he started balding really early. Maybe he just naturally has a 5 head.
He would doubtless have been moved to hear you say so. I must confess, however, that I opposed his decision to intervene. and my position remains unchanged.
Damn, he came all the way to say no.
To chart the course of history, not to change it. I am familiar with the Sharlayan stance.
It is more than that. It is our way of life, who we are. But I came here not to deliver a lecture, but the Forum's answer to your request. Sharlayan will under no circumstances intervene in the conflict between Eorzea and the Garlean Empire.
May I ask for what reason the Forum has come to this decision? The final days spell the end not only for Eorzea, but the entire world.
The final days? Pray spare me your hyperbole. This conflict is no more than the latest in a series of petty squabbles between yourselves and Garlemald, one in which Sharlayan will take no part. If the final days were truly upon us, we would know.
Would you though? Do you even know all of the fucking...
Father, you must ask the Forum to reconsider. You may feel safe on your little island across the waves, but if you imagine the Telophoroi will leave you be, you are mistaken. They mean to kill us all, themselves included.
Alphino is right. We have seen what the enemy is capable of, the lengths to which they'll go. This is no time to turn a blind eye. If Eorzea falls, so too will Sharlayan. So if you truly love our homeland, you will join us. Now, before it's too late.
I thought you knew better than to raise your voice to your elders. It seems I was wrong. Wrong to ever let you leave, Sharlayan. I consoled myself that your time abroad would instill in you some hint of restraint, of discipline. But I see now that Eorzea has made fools of you both. Have you forgotten why it was that I so vehemently opposed your grandfather's departure? For all his wisdom, his only solution was to go to war. Death, devastation, ruin. Even those who claim victory are scarred for life. What prize could ever justify such sacrifice?
I see! He's just a bitch!
It is the duty of the learned to avert such tragedy. By fanning the flames of war, you forsake all you once held dear. I see your friend shares your misguided ideals. But unlike him, you should know better. By espousing such barbaric notions, you subvert the teachings of Sharlayan and place all we have worked for in jeopardy. Alphino, Alisaie, as of this moment, you shall no longer bear the name of Leveilleur.
Damn.
What?
Father.
How you choose to live your lives is no longer my concern. If you wish to walk the path of ruin, I will not stand in your way.
Master Fourcheneau, while Sharlayan may have no intention of intervening in this conflict, we can still part as friends. Will you not stay and speak with us, that we might learn of Sharlayan's hopes for the morrow?
I have said what I came here to say. Any further discussion would be meaningless.
Father! Wait!
Don't bother, Alisaie!
How can you stand there and watch him walk away? How can you let this happen?
So yeah, he just a bitch. So that's what he came here to say. We were all fools for having the temerity to defend ourselves against the Telorifoi. And as for the rest, like it or not, this was the Forum's decision. To watch from afar while Eorzea burns. Father was but the messenger. As he handed down their judgment, I could think of nothing to say that could possibly sway him. I still can't. To have prolonged the discussion would have changed little, for it is not only Master Fortunau who must be persuaded, but the Forum as a whole. The decision was made ere your father crossed the sea. Nor is it like to be changed, and so we shall face the Telorifoi without their aid. Forgive me, but if they had no intention of helping us, then why would they go to the trouble of sending an envoy in the first place? Why did they not simply keep their counsel, as they are wont to do? Who's calling me? Chateau, has Master Fortunau arrived yet? Then it is as I feared. My efforts were in vain. I pleaded our case to as many Forum members as I could, but they flatly refused to discuss the matter. That's not exactly true. I should rather say that they ignored every word I said on the subject, without exception. It was almost unnerving. Could it be that they're hiding something from us? That might go some way to explain Master Fortunau's performance. When he said that they would know if it was the final days were truly upon us, I dismissed it as pride. But what if they genuinely believe that they know how the world will end, and simply disagree with us about the circumstances? That I don't know, but something tells me they are not as unconcerned about the Telorifoi as they claim. If the threat weren't real, why else would they be so standoffish and secretive? I would very much like to delve deeper into this, but I'm afraid I've exhausted every avenue of inquiry. Nor have I fared any better with my other mission, researching Heideland and the Ethereal Sea. I tried enlisting the help of experts in the field, but it appears the Forum has forbidden anyone from cooperating with us. Obstructed at every turn. So it would seem. But don't lose heart just yet. With all the knowledge and acquaintances we have between us, we can still find a way forward. To that end, I would like you all to join me here, when the time is right, of course. I am aware that matters in Eorzea stand on a knife's edge, but with your permission, I can at least start making the necessary arrangement. I've always wanted to visit Sharlayan. I'm gonna go beat up some foreign members, 'cause they're fucking cunts! And so you shall, albeit under less than happy circumstances. It may take a while to secure entry for all of you, but I'll let you know when everything is in order. Look after yourselves in the meantime, won't you? Your speculation gives me cause for hope. Yet, if these seeds will bear fruit, I cannot say. While it is possible the Sharlayans hide some secret truth from us, there can be no certainty that its exposure will prompt them a change of heart. And so, for the present, we must needs confront the plight in which we find ourselves. The Forum has refused request for our aid, and it falls to us alone to contend with the Telorifoi. Even with all of Eorzea standing united, there is no guarantee that we will prevail. What does Sharlayan intend to do if we fail? I bet random fucking crackpot theory here that none of you will say anything about, because it'll be spoilers if anything. That behind Sharlayan, pulling the fucking strings of the Forum, is an ancient. or like Ascian, like an Unsundered, but one that was separated from the organization of the Ascians. One that is just there as a record keeper. He's just there to be like, I will keep the history. And he's an Unsundered. I love my tinfoil hat. I still believe the Warrior of Light's a primal. That's my tinfoil hat. Though, Shadowbringers did a lot to dissuade that theory. Because souls. Stuff. But still. What does Sharlayan intend to do if we fail? Leave me and my tinfoil hat alone. Yeah, but it made too much sense up until that point. Like, not necessarily from like an in-lore perspective, but from like a meta-analysis of the, like, transient nature of an MMO main character. Like, it would give a lot of reason as to why, like, your character does not have a history per se. Your character just kind of appeared, and why your character is just like seemingly better at everything than anyone else is, and all that kind of shit, and why your character doesn't have a solid form, because you are summoned as a primal from the collective consciousness of all of Eorzea's memories, or, specifically lack thereof, of the Warrior of Light group during the Calamity. Because everyone forgot about them. They all, like, vanished from everyone's memory. So no one can give a definitive, like, visual image for their existence. Which is why your character in the game is transient in form. And why they're transient in class and ability and like fighting like styles and stuff like that, because it's a mixture of so many different potentialities. See, it's stupid crackpot, but it makes a lot of sense up until Shadowbringers. Then, you know, it was introduced that we have a soul, which kind of, you know, ruins the theory a little bit. But then again, who's to say that a primal can't have a soul? Also, I have a poll up on my Discord at the moment, which is in the community polls channel. It is about what my content will be for tomorrow, because tomorrow is my optional content day. And I have some suggestions there about what I could do. So if you want to see anything in particular tomorrow from that list, please go take a vote. It'll be up until a little bit before my stream tomorrow, though. So I've got some raid stuff, some job quests, and then an other section. I have nowhere there to like actually fill that in, but you can put it in another channel. While Sharlayan's stance is indeed disappointing, we cannot allow ourselves to be distracted from the challenge before us. There is much and more to be done. I shall begin by sharing the forum's response with my counterparts in the Alliance. Meanwhile, I would ask that the Scions... Grave tidings, Walking Ones! Grave tidings! Fixio? No? Calm yourself, my gentle friend. What has occurred? These ones who went to see feathered ones sent terrible news. Destroying ones have appeared in Zelfatol. And destroying ones and captured ones, and even frightful godly ones. Feathered ones didn't stand a chance, and were sent flapping and squawking. When did this happen? Is it too late to help them? Too late, yes, much too late. But luckily, destroying ones were only passing through and continued on west. Feathered ones did not fight. Who did not fight were left unharmed. West? That would be Kurthus? Is this Emmerich? No, it's your limbo. My lady, the Ishgardians report that Telophoroi have emerged from the eastern highlands of Kurthus and are marching at speed. Though their purpose has yet to be determined, the Cartano Flats would seem their most likely destination. Lord Emmerich has already dispatched his forces and requests our immediate support. Cartano? Tell him we shall have it. The time has come for the Grand Company of Eorzea to prove its worth. Well, maybe it is a mercy that we do not have time to stew upon our misfortunes. Come, my friends, let us make haste for Cartano. Wait, this one almost forgot. Destroying One said that they were said to be led by Cackling Robed One. This one must see that all walking ones know. Farewell. Cackling Robed One. That'll be Daniel. Oh good. Fan Daniel? Who else? It's only a matter of time before that grinning maniac showed himself again. I shall have an airship ready to bear you to Cartano. Pray see to your preparation, and report to the landing with all haste. At once, my lady. Let us away. I have a question for those that are geographically / lore-minded. Where is Cartano? Like, where on the map is Cartano? Is that it? Is that Cartano, like, there? But, so they went through the Ixal into the Eastern Highlands. But there is no Eastern Highlands. There's Central and Western Highlands. But they said they were going to Cartano. Which means that it would be above Gradan, well, above the Black Shroud, because Black Shroud's this way. That's Kurthus there. So Cartano would be up here, correct? So that would make Cartano this area nestled in the mountains? I don't know. I kind of wish I could come in here whenever I wanted to, rather than just when there's a quest on for it. This place is pretty. What? How dare you? What do you mean, one day all this will be yours? What the fuck you on about? Alpha, no! Oh look, it's Fordola. Sato, it would seem Fordola has come all the way to Gridania to find us. I have explained the situation, but she insists her business is urgent. Aye, and it'll be over sooner if you shut up and come with me. Is it about, I forgot his name. Jeff. Arenvald, that was his name. But he's alive!
Arenvald!
And in a wheelchair.
I can't tell you how good it is to see you.
Why is he catatonic? Nope, he's not.
It arrived a lot sooner than expected, eh? The day I craned my neck up at you.
Only because you're sitting down. Unless...
Afraid so. The Chirurgeons say I may never walk again. Come on, Alfino, it could be worse. Besides, I didn't come here to dampen the mood. Quite the opposite. All I've ever wanted was to fight for a cause I believe in. But my fighting days are over. So I want you to fight in my stead. Be the hero I can't.
I am no hero.
That's what they all say, though. No one ever calls themselves a hero. Even the ones who eat primals for breakfast. It's for others to decide.
I call myself a hero.
Look, Alfino. You already are a hero. To me and countless others. We see you doing your damnedest to protect us all. And you're not alone, are you? There are people who believe in you, just as you believe in them. I know what's at stake, and how many people are depending on you. But I believe in you. Believe that you'll see it through. That's why I'm entrusting my dreams to you. Like Albert and Owley once entrusted their dreams to me.
There was a time when I would have borne the weight of such expectations without a second thought. But now, I know just how heavy that burden can be. To tell the truth, I'm beginning to wonder if I chose the right path. Sacrifices will inevitably be made for the sake of the ideals I uphold. Maybe I am not the person I thought I was. The person you think I am.
I wouldn't presume to tell you. But I will say this. In spite of everything, you've come this far. The road ahead might not always be clear, but you've never been one to give up or take the easy way out. And everything you do for others. For a brighter future. I'm proud to call you my friend. Well, I've said my piece, so I'll let you go. I know you've got more important things to be doing. Just give what I've said some thought, all right?
I shall, my friend. And we will meet again soon, I promise.
Nothing left for me to do but wave and smile.
You've got a pretty narrow view of what it means to be a hero, do you know that? You think they're all forged in the fires of battle? That it's all about being brave and killing villains? Alphino and the others will carry on their fight. But theirs isn't the only one. There are other ways you can make a difference. If you stop feeling sorry for yourself and put your bloody mind to it.
Oh, Fodola's coming around.
There's not much chance of me living the quiet life with you around, is there?
If you're content to twiddle your thumbs thinking of what might have been, that's your lookout. But I reckon you've got some fight left in you.
And I reckon you might be right. If there's a way I can still help my friends, I'll bloody well find it.
Oh, we're going into an instance thing. As a bard. Because I got bard to level 80 today. And bard is far away from leveling up. You can tell me what later what that was all about, but judging by the set of Alphino's shore, it appears to have done him some good. Thancred and the others have already left the Rising Stones, and according to the communications officer, the Eorzea and Kobold forces are also bound for Cartano as we speak. They mean to keep the promise they made in Alamigo, and we must do the same, by saving as many of their tempered kin as possible. Anyway, the airship is ready to depart. We should get going. Upon joining the Battle of Cartano, several scenes will play in sequence. It is recommended that you set aside sufficient time to participate in the battle and view these scenes in their entirety. Your progress through the battle will be saved at certain points. In the event that you are defeated, you'll be able to try again from the most recent of the... Oh, thank God! So it's not like that last time at the end of... I think it was the end of pre-Shadowbringers, where I had to fight as fucking Hien for a bit. Oh, this is a long one. Okay. This is a long, long one. Alright. I shall do so on a dialogue line.
My fellow Scions, as I am sure you will have heard, we can expect no help from Charlene, nor are we any closer to discerning the Telophoroi's grand design.
Okay. Bio break. I shall be back in a moment. I have returned. I shall just pour myself a drink, and then we will continue. Okay. I have a drink for if my voice goes hoarse during this.
And now, our adversary moves against us in unprecedented numbers, compelling us to answer in kind. The outlook, in short, is bleak. Yet though our foes are many, and we but few, we may still tip the balance in Eorzea's favor.
Of course. We will do what we always do. Deal with the ones our allies can't. A less than daunting prospect, judging by your expression. Could it be that you've dispelled your lingering doubts, Alphino?
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't have been able to do this last night.
I doubt I ever will. But as my friends have kindly reminded me, I have come this far, and that must count for something.
Gods be good, Alphino. That's what we've been trying to tell you all along.
For one so bright, you can be remarkably dim at times. There is such a thing as overthinking, you know.
Might I suggest that we continue this conversation after the battle? It would appear that Telophoroi have already arrived.
I'll do what I can to cure the Tempered, but they'll have to be incapacitated first.
Have
yes.
care, my friends.
Hello, Thyrus.
For none can say wherefore our foe did choose this fateful field to be our battleground. Whatever may transpire, pray grant him not the pleasure of deterring you.
How you doing today, Thyrus? Oh, straight into it. Listen well, friends. The Telophoroi is sweeping across Cartano. As for the Ascian, he was briefly sighted above the battlefield, but has since vanished. He likely intends something. Thus far, the movements of the lunar primals have proven difficult to predict. Even when poised to ambush our troops, they insisted something. They instead drew for some unknown reason. Whatever the Telorofoy's plan may be, the primals are our primary targets. Understood. They will not elude the Scions for long. Yes, I've heard that it's a long one. Holy shit. This feels like as chaotic as the time that the fucking, when the Sin Eaters attacked the military camp in Lakelands. That was fucking chaotic. This feels chaotic, like in the same kind of way. I enjoy it, though. I quite like these chaotic kind of style of thing. Stoller, you hit east. Okay, we go east. This is here. We go. This is west, right? Yes. I mean, we're going kind of south now, but sure. Oh. Ooh. As the Scions spread across the field, Eorzea and Graha take the fight to the Telorofoy. Oh, this is cool. Alright, players. Eorzea now. Okay. Ver fire, ver arrow, ver stone, ver flare. That's my melee one. Oh no, I don't have an AoE combo. Oh, I've got this one. Okay, I can spam that. Crimson Savior. That's that. That's that. And that's that. Okay, sweet.
Allow me.
Ah! You won't let me move the hotbar. That's so rude. Spooder. Why the fuck did I backflip? Oh, because it's like in the sequence there? Oh, the combo has a cooldown. Interesting. I was gonna say, Graha's like almost dead. Go, Angelo! Oh shit, lots of ethereal depletion, and that this might be a problem later on. Fuck off, you robed bastard! Do you see that? The glyph? Yes, how worried should we be? Listen well and judge for yourself. Though I can see ethereal currents, I had not thoroughly examined those that flow through the heart of Cartano. But now that I am here, things have become clear. The flats conceal an etheric confluence, like to the pillars of Azim, step, but greater in scale. Far greater. The glyphs that Fandaniel has conjured reach into its very midst, and I believe I know their purpose. Should the lunar primars destroy them, it would spark a chain reaction and the potential to obliterate the confluence entirely. The resultant disruption of the flow of ether would sow chaos among the elements, prompting earthquakes, floods, and tempests large enough to lay waste to the realm. That he would go so far cometh as little surprise. We must needs protect the confluence at all costs. Alright, who am I now? Urianger? I am Urianger. Is that Odin? So the time has come to put my blade against his. Urianger, you don't have a... Oh, I guess you do have a... You're not Odin. Okay, what are your abilities? I have Malefic, magic attack. Leave everything to fate as you draw a card from your divining deck. Heal 10%. Deal honest, so number... Okay, so number 1 does something random and heals me. Number 2 deals some damage. 3, leave everything to fate, deal restores 20. Okay, that's on a longer recast timer. And damage dealt is increased, while weapon skill cast time and recast time, spellcast time and recast time, and auto attack delay are reduced for yourself and all neighbor party. Okay. Heal. Big heal. Fixed sign centered around the caster, reducing damage taken by 10%. Shield. Okay. Shield and healing over time. What does that do? What the fuck does that mean? Oh, that restores MP, not HP. So I guess I should just be spamming these.
I shall protect thee.
Shit, your skull is nearly dead. Can I heal the confluence? No, I can wait.
My turn.
Damn, okay. I'm not good healer. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Okay, so that was a check. Oh shit, okay. I go in here. Resume from that fight. Yes, skip cutscene. And then fight as Eorzea. Can I fight as Y'shtola instead?
I shall protect thee.
Alright, understanding slightly better. He fucking teleported! Stand in the way. So, okay. Anya.
Away with you!
Oh shit.
The best defense is a good defense.
I don't mind it actually. Like, learning fights seems like... Learning sequences seems fun. For the most part, until they just decide that, like, bullshit mechanic. Then it's less fun, but I can still find some enjoyment in it. Everyone get healed! Ah! Wait. Why are we goodbying? Hello, pigs. Why are we goodbying? The funny thing is, I haven't fought Odin normally before. I got him though. Ravana. Am I playing Graha this time? Ooh, Graha! What the fuck does Graha do? He kinda does everything. He's not a real class. It's Graha class, yep. Fire, fire, fire. Foul. Blizzard. Thunder. Oh, he's just a black mage. Okay. With some white mage. Black mage, black mage, black mage. White mage. White mage. I have no idea what that's from, but it's cool. Cool, I guess I just... wait. Yep, works like a black mage. So, apply dot, spam fire, then ice. This is hurting a little too much. He did a thing. Ah! Ah! No! Rude. I don't have AoEs. Wait, do I have to go? Do I have to do Alize's part, fucking, Urianger's part again? No. Okay. Okay. That seemed like I needed AoEs, but I don't think I have AoE attack. The thunder is AoE attack. Okay. Nope, okay. feel like I'm missing something here. Was I just pushing the wrong button? Maybe. So, we attack. This part's pretty simple. Do I need to, like, spell break you? Oh, maybe? Yes, I'm meant to be using spell break. Okay. Oh no! I have been lifted. Ow. Oi! Leave that crystal alone, bitch! Blizzard. Blizzard. Ow, ow. Heal, not Blizzard. Alright. And again. Too much Blizzard. 100%. Too much Blizzard. Okay, I understand how to get past the moth part now. Spam break. Let Eorzea kill them. Oh wait, it lasts for a bit of time. Okay.
I have you now.
Ha! My medikit got off. So the heal over time is active. Eorzea can generally heal herself. Blizzard. Blizzard. Cure. Cure. it still up? I think it's good. Oh no, he's doing the butterflies again. No, he's not. Eorzea, heal yourself. You have healing magic. Use it. Oh, he's doing directional. It's directional, right? For all attacks from a certain direction. So we can go this way. Ah shit. My mana's running out. Fuck! Okay. Ah shit, he did things. Break. Did you just fucking nuke? What the fuck? Eorzea, did you just cast nuke? Oh. Okay, Ravana done. Alright, who's next? At the selfsame moment, you stand shoulder to shoulder with Alphino and Estinian, resolved to lay Luna Ifrit low. But am I playing me? That'd be funny. If I was playing, like if I played Alphino or Estinian and my character was an NPC in the fight. Yeah, Alphino's gonna have some feelings here. Oops. I was not meant to do that, but I activated an extra song. Screwing up my cooldown sequence a little bit. I am not the tank here! In the middle. This Didion's tankier than I am. Leave me alone. Where'd he go? I don't do much damage to these things. Whew. That was close. New job, Estinian? Ah, what? There's more than one of them? Ah! Leave me alone! I'm not the tank! I have little to no way of healing myself. The damage reduction thing. This one here. Troubadour. Oh, boost healing? Reduce damage taken. Oh, this one? Ah, that's two. Ah, shit. Infernal nails. Go, Estinian! Holy shit. He cloned himself. Go, Estinian! Jesus fuck! Fuck, Estinian's cut. Oh no, he's back in the fight. We got him. Got him. What's up, bitch?
And thus another plan went up in smoke. I am beginning to see why Lord Xenos thinks so highly of you.
Oh.
Not that this changes anything, you understand. You have merely earned yourself a stay of execution.
We win! Kind of. Hey, it's that guy. I remember that guy. Is that a galleon?
Glory be to Garlemald.
I thought he was just going to punch the corpse for a sec.
How fare the tempered?
We've treated as many as we can, but some were beyond help.
Do not hang your head so, brave scions.
It runs up here.
Though
Like,
not all
I want to
of
be
our
included.
captured brethren could be saved. We are grateful for those whose minds have been restored. You could do no more, and that is enough. So please hold your heads high.
That looked kind of like, Nasha? I forgot her name. Hildebrand's assistant.
I should have been quicker, but I'll do better next time.
Nashu.
Thank you for your kind words. They mean a lot.
A victory at great cost, but a victory nonetheless. We must stay strong and press on. Isn't that right?
One battle at a time. We'll get there.
That we will.
Oh God. The moon! Ooh, the Shadowbringers theme again. Fuck, what's that from again? Moon's Haunted. It's like, that's very familiar. Are we all looking at the moon because we're suspicious because that moon's new? Has that moon always been there? I don't think I've actually paid much attention to the existence of moon. Yoshitaka Amano. I love his art, Yoshitaka Amano. Okay, cool. So that, why is everyone looking at it so suspiciously then? Is it just because it's weirdly bright? Oh, Luna. True. Yeah, makes sense. Is this all Yoshitaka's work? God. I always love, or at least it's inspired by his art direction at the very least. I love his style. Yustolo looking super fucking boss. Same with Graha. Oddbird! Your ears look so big in this art. Is there an Oddbird magic card? I'm gonna look it up. I really like Oddbird. It would have been so cool to have this art on, like, that concept art on the magic cards. But the last time Yoshitaka Amano did a magic card art, Jesus Christ, that card's expensive. Like, like thousands. But does have a card. What does he do? Black White Legends. Cool. Not my vibe on deck, but cool card. Yeah, Warrior of Darkness, Warrior of Light, yeah. Whenever you cast a white spell, put a 1/1 counter on each legendary creature you control, they gain Vigilance until end of turn. And whenever you cast a black spell, put a 1/1 counter on each legendary creature you control, they gain Menace until end of turn. And his effects support legendary creatures. Which also makes sense, given, like, he was the leader of the Warriors of Light in the first. He was a massive support to them as people. No, it's, like, I think they did really well with the Final Fantasy magic stuff. Everything's like super flavorful.
One world's end as a new begin, and should our souls scatter unto the wind, still we shall live on.
Well, he's also called the Warrior of Darkness when we first meet him as well. This is now skippable. Okay, I can skip this, right? Like I can skip this part, and it's not going to skip anything important. Just making sure. Yeah. Okay. Sup, Emmerich? I trust you all enjoyed a comfortable flight aboard the pride of the Ishgardian fleet. Lest you worry, the Bonanza has been towed to a nearby location to be retrieved at your convenience. You have thought of everything, Lord Amric, and may I say how much I appreciate the hospitality you afforded us on the way home. Does this stuff happened off screen? Think nothing of it. Our destination lay in the same direction, and it afforded me the perfect opportunity to learn how my errant friend has been since last he took his leave. Wait, going in the same direction? Where the fuck is Cartano? It geographically doesn't make any sense. Where the fuck is Cartano? If Mordonna's on the way back to Ishgard from Cartano, what? No! It's not! At least based on everything they said about its location beforehand. Because they had to go, the fucking Gallians went through the Exile and into Kurthus to get to Cartano. What? What? That doesn't make any sense. Well, that doesn't make any sense given how they said, like, the location that they said. I will, after this cutscene. But they said it was going through fucking, like... They said they went through the Exile, and then entered Kurthus Eastern Highlands, to get to... Wait, unless they came from the north. Oh. I guess if the Gallians came from the north, that makes sense. I know there is no Eastern Highlands in the game, but they said the Eastern Highlands. Think nothing of it. Our destination lay in the same direction, and it afforded me the perfect opportunity to learn how my errant friend has been since last he took his leave. It would seem you have finally found a place to settle down. Amelie grew weary of wandering in the Far East. Returning to more serious matters, while the Telorphoi have been driven from Cartano, it is likely that the bulk of their forces yet remain. On the evidence of the Grand Company of Eorzea's first joint military operation, however, I am confident that we have the potential to meet such threats head-on, even without the aid of you and yours. As such, while our forces keep the Telorphoi at bay, I would ask that you apply your talents to the task of neutralizing the towers. A sensible division of labor. While the towers remain, so too will the threat of the lunar primals. And given our expertise in the field of aetherology, we are better qualified to find the solution. That we are, especially should it happen to lie beyond the Alliance's domain. There's a time and a place for formal investigations, of course, but certain secrets are wont to hide where only enterprising individuals may venture. I could not agree more. There are none better suited to this task, nor any upon whom I would rather rely. On behalf of the Alliance, I thank you. We look forward to receiving any information you are able to uncover. And with that, I must take my leave. Should you have need of assistance, pray do not hesitate to ask. Fare you well, my friends. What a delicate curtsy from Tataru. I confess, I had hoped to be able to study the towers more closely, vital as they plainly are to the Telorphoi's plan. If we can discern their ultimate function, we will be one step closer to understanding our enemy's grand scheme. Should we succeed in neutralizing them, of course, it is all but certain that Telorphoi will mount an all-out invasion. And then it will begin. The one who awaits at the heart of the chaos will come for us. For you. Yet in the end, our true nemesis may be the calamity to end all calamities, the final days themselves. Yes, alright, Alphino. We need a plan, not portents. As Thancred so eloquently pointed out, we are in a position to seek information from all manner of places, not least Sharlayan. According to Kryl, the Forum have been more secretive than ever of late. While this may be related to the appearance of the Telorophoi, that remains a matter of speculation. But one thing is clear, the Forum is determined to keep us from discovering the truth. Master Fortuno's performance at the Lotus Stand was enough to convince me of that. The matter beareth further investigation. I do heartily concur. Nor can I think of a more promising place to look for the answers we seek on the matter of the towers. Sharlayan hath ever been the wellspring of etherical knowledge. I care not where we go, here or there, my lance will be ready. I don't think that thing on your back could be called a lance, honestly. And what of you, Ashato? Might you be persuaded to join us? If it means I can have words with Fortuno. Only after I do. If he and his friends in the Forum think we'll leave them alone if they ignore us, they're in for a shock. It appears we are in agreement. We have but to wait for Kryl to secure the necessary permissions. In the meantime, there is a matter I would investigate. I don't see, if they're trying to keep everything, like, keep us in the dark about shit, I don't know why they would give us those permissions in the first place. In the meantime, there is a matter I would investigate. Does it involve tall structures? By strange coincidence, it does. At present, I only have a creeping suspicion, but with your help, I will soon find out whether my fears are warranted. Learned the emote Shush.
Meanwhile, in the Garlean capital...
Oh, he's got a scythe.
Those Eorzeans certainly are a stubborn bunch. Though I suppose you knew that already. My plan to redirect the ether from Cartano came to a rather less than satisfactory conclusion. It was, in many respects, an abject failure. Which does, of course, raise the question of where we are going to procure the requisite amount. The obvious solution would be to draw on resources a little closer to home, though that would require our dreamer to dream a trifle more deeply.
Dreamer?
So be it. The dreamer will not complain.
Then let us begin the preparations at once. With the gateway of the gods complete, all that remains is to gather the necessary ether, and our prize shall be within reach.
That looks terrifying.
The time has come to fulfill your heart's desire, my desire! To relieve those wretched creatures of their meaningless existence!
I'm so shocked Xenos just hasn't killed that dude.
While I await you, I shall drink a sea of souls and gorge myself upon the darkened moon. Then you shall come to me, all roiling rage and rancor. And the stars shall bear witness to our final contest.
The fuck is that noise? You know, why don't I just go to Garlemald and just, like, have his 1v1? Kill him, and then, you know, the wheel good.
As I thought, the ethereal currents have been disturbed here too.
It was the same in Thanalan. Make that every location we surveyed.
And the strength of each current has diminished dramatically, far more than could be attributed to a natural occurrence.
What tidings bringest thou from Dravania?
I love the fact that the twins were running, and Estinian was walking, and he was only slightly behind them.
We took a number of readings, and noticed that the closer we were to the tower, the lower the etheric density became. In short,
The towers are drawing upon the land's ether, which would explain how they were able to carry out the summonings.
Our allies must be informed of this. We should return to the Rising Stones and have Tataru relay our findings to them.
Hear me. Hear me. Hear me. Hear me. Darkness comes. And with it, the end.
She got herself a new body?
The fate of the star is in your hands.
The fuck she get that body from? She could just conjure up a body. What the fuck did she need with Minfilia? I still think
Everything all right back there?
I still think Heidelin is the enemy. At solemn dawn, grim purpose shines in gazes cast toward moonlit sky. Thus does our final curtain rise, your steps to guide. I didn't read the steps to guide what ends something. What ends something? Betides. Okay. What end betides? Alright. Honeybee, you're gonna have to wait to see me enter Endwalker, I'm sorry. Today was gonna be a little bit of a shorter one. That took quite a bit longer than I thought it was, considering it was 3 quests. So my schedule for the next couple of days is tomorrow I'm going to be pivoting into some optional stuff. I have a poll up on my Discord if anyone wants to vote on what they would like me to see, what they would like to see me do tomorrow for my stream. It's in the community polls channel there. So if anyone wants to have their say on that, go jump on that and have your voice heard. And there is another field there. You can drop your suggestions in the general chat if you vote for other. You can vote for more than one thing, but yes. So that's tomorrow's stream. Monday's stream is going to be a... it's currently listed on the schedule as free parking. But what that means is it's going to be something. At this stage, I am thinking a different game, mostly because I don't want to burn out on Final Fantasy by playing it so much. I burn out on things, so I want to take a break from doing Final Fantasy for a stream. And then on Thursday next week, I'll be back in on Final Fantasy, starting Endwalker. That is the plan for the thing, taking my usual Thursday, Wednesday off. That is the plan for the next couple of days. This will be me finishing up stream now, just because tonight was going to be a little bit of a shorter one, as I said on my Discord, just because I am kind of exhausted. I've had a very busy day. And then... yes. Does anyone have any good people to raid? Because I do not. I shall start scrolling the thing, looking for someone to raid. Unless someone else has an entertaining channel to raid. Scroll down to relative sized streamers. English. Are you English? Are you entertaining? What do you sound like? You are an option. I gotta, like, hire someone to do this part for me. I suck at this. So many not English. Japanese, Spanish. God, I'm awful at this part. Crying. So stressful. Okay, you seem like you might be alright. You're doing Stormblood. Sure. Sure, let's do this person. Alright. I shall see you all I'll see you all tomorrow for my optional content, random stuff stream. Go vote in the Discord if you have any desire to see anything in particular. And yeah, if you've been watching for a bit and you haven't followed, consider dropping a follow if you've enjoyed what you've seen. Otherwise, if you want to support, you can do so by subscribing, obviously, but the best way is just, you know, share the word. And yeah, I shall see you tomorrow, but until then, have a nice day, morning, afternoon, night, whatever your local time zone may be. Farewell.